The Winfern Forest Utility District owns and operates 3 water wells. We also take surface water from the City of Houston. 2 wells are located off of Philippine Road, and 1 plus the surface water is taken in from Gessner Road. Today, Eric Martin with TOPS is going to give us a tour of that plant so that we can learn the workings of a water plant. Today is August the 9th, 2016.
Okay, good morning. This is water plant number 2, Winfern Utility District. I wanted to go through the workings of a water plant and show you exactly how the system works. This particular facility has 2 points of entry for water. We have groundwater, that's our groundwater well, well number 2, and then we have surface water, which comes from the City of Houston, the piping in the back there. We'll get to that in just a second. What happens is this well pulls water out of the aquifer and through this piping into our ground storage tank. To supplement our water, we have City of Houston, which comes in from their surface water plant, which goes into the same tank. We use different chemicals to make sure the water is safe. We use chlorine, liquid ammonium sulfate to basically create chloramines. This door right here is your chlorine room. We'll get to that in just a minute. And then we've got our motor control center. But we'll take a closer look at the ground storage tank. So this is how the water enters the tank. You have your surface water line here, and groundwater line here. And when the level gets low, these points kick on to fill the tank back up. Okay. Here is our surface water line. This is coming from the City of Houston. Comes in here and then out and then up into the tank. We have a series of controls here. This is what's called a clay valve. And this regulates the flow coming into the plant. As you can see, it has all kinds of sensors and electronics that regulate the flow. And here's our totalizer. If this goes down, we have a chance to bypass if we have any problems. But this is the workings of how the surface water comes into Winfern Utility District. Okay, now I've showed you how the water gets in the tank. Let me show you how it gets out and what controls the pumps. We have in this room a motor control center. This is the heart of the operation. This is what controls all the electric motors that we have here. This is our control room. And if you come with me. So we have a series of booster pumps, what we call booster pumps. And this pulls the water out of the ground storage tank into what we call distribution. And this is what keeps the pressure in the line, and this is what keeps water to your home. We have our jockey pump. This runs under low demand. When we have more peak demand periods, then these larger booster pumps kick on. All right, so in the event of emergency, when we lose power, we have our backup generator here. This is what can control the whole plant. It can run the well, surface, the booster pumps. Everything we got here can be ran by this generator here. And this is our fuel storage. And that's what keeps us running when we have a hurricane or some other event. Here's our hydropneumatic tanks. This is actually a shock absorber, if you will, for the booster pumps. In this tank you have water and air mixture. So when the booster pumps kick on and they shut off, it keeps from preventing what we call water hammer. And as you can see, we got 15,000 gallons capacity, 2 of them for redundancy.
Thanks, Eric, for taking the time to show us around. We are a diverse community, but we all have one thing in common. We depend on water to come forth from our taps when we turn the knob, go away when we flush, and drain off when it storms. Your water utility district is making good use of the tax dollars that support it. For that, we can all be grateful.